Hello, Internet. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another very special episode of My Cool Friends. Today, what we're going to be doing is yesterday there was posted a mini documentary over on YouTube, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And what I want to do today is I want to put it under the microscope. And for you guys, I want to show what is so good about this video and how exactly you guys can adapt this stuff for your videos. And so we're going to be looking at this from a critical point of view, but we're also going to be looking at this from the algorithm point of view. We're not going to be watching the entire video because it's an hour-long video, but we're going to do the good parts so that we can highlight the keynotes. So you guys can take part, guys can have this video, you guys can have this live so that you have this information for future reference. And if you have any comments, any questions, you can put them down in the comments for the live or the replay, and I will be sure to reply to you in now or in the future. And without further ado, let's jump right on into it. So I'm going to share my screen, make sure that audio is being shared, and I'm going to share my entire screen. And so this is the video that we have. And so this mini documentary is on the fact, if you saw my Facebook Live earlier today, I talked about this. This is on how Pokemon cards have become valuable like gold, and they're being traded like the stock market. And so if you see here, this is a 55-minute video, but each when I hover my mouse over here, each section of the video is broken up into different parts here. And each of these act as their own separate video. This can actually be done natively in YouTube. This is when you're uploading your videos, you can actually select different timestamps to act as different chapters for your videos. But what she's actually done here is that she's taken a step further, and each and every single one of these chapters, I'm going to actually expand this here. Hide. She's actually, every single one of these chapters, I'm going to hit play on this. So this first one is, how long is this? This is only 24 seconds. So it has just an introduction, kind of like a normal movie here. It has an introduction. Each singular one of these sections is almost acting like its own separate video, where it has that's the beginning of the next chapter. And so every single one has a beginning, middle, and an end. It has its own story crux. The overall video has a story crux. It has a message that it is trying to share, but each one of these chapters has that beginning, middle, and end as well, which is when you're doing long form content, that's important. And you can format this for short form content as well. Are these all? Yep, these are all time stamped out in down here as well. Articles. So she's got, and I was telling someone about this earlier as well when I was on a Zoom call. More often than not, people are going to look for links down here in the description. And so she has all of her links down here. She's got her social links as well. That's a good idea. I usually put links. Let's open up her. I usually put links over in the About section, which she has. But she's taken it a step further, and she has all of her social links found in the description of the video. And let's go past the introduction. And so if I skip forward here, there's going to be an ad that plays, of course.
So I wake up this morning, and I'm super hyped. It's the
Thank you, Raid Shadow Legends, for interrupting us.
For both PC and mobile.
Pokemon presentation day. I'm psyched to see what announcements they have.
And this is what was interesting. Like, we have the introduction, like a normal documentary, but this starts off like in its own story, which is incredible. Let's skip ahead to this chapter. Let me know if you get.
Before we can get into what happened to the Pokemon TCG, how did we get to this point? You have to understand the players in the story. Who does the Pokemon TCG community consist of? Because when you
Okay, so same thing also here. She starts off by every single again, same theme. Every single chapter of this video is its own, like, remember when we not that everyone watches streaming services now, but back when we would have DVDs, they would have different chapters, and every single chapter would have it. You could jump into those, and like they would have a distinct beginning to them. That's what these are, and that's what she's done so well in this video. She has a distinct beginning to each and every single chapter, but the crux of it all is still there, and it's a fascinating storytelling board here. And with storytelling, there has to be a distinct most of the times people have a distinct goal in mind, like giving their opinion, giving their trying to push people towards a certain place. With this, and especially with most documentary styles, it's about educating people. And I think that is the best place that you can push people towards, is educating people. And then once you've educated them, then you'll find that the right people, your right audience, is going to make the decisions all on their own. If they, especially when you're selling things, like they'll decide that, oh, I've decided like this person has educated me on XYZ, and now I've decided on my own that I need their product. I've decided I need more of their help. And that's the magic of that video process. This was I'm not sure what prompted this to pop up on my feed, but this was the first video that I ever watched from this person, and I'm blown away by it. I'm gonna actually go into my own channel here. I'm about to break the fourth wall because I'm live on my channel right now as I'm about to go into it. But if I was to upload a video, let's say I go into my content here, details, okay, I don't have a video in the pipeline array, so sadly, this is the magic of being live. But when you're in the process of uploading a video, you have the option to put chapters in there, and that's what she's done by doing this. And what the process of like but how did she get into how did she have those breaks in between? She did those by having a pre-production process of planning it out beforehand. She scripted all of that out, which is what you do in any sort of movie process. Everything is carefully planned out. She planned out all the shots. She got all of the B-roll that she had when she was talking over people. And all of that can be done and repeated through your own videos. And that's what's helpful, like see other people's content for like, okay, like how did they record that? Like when did they record that? And usually the process goes of like they are going to write out what they want to say. Then they're going to like go to the studio of actually recording those. She sat down one day and sat in front of the camera and recorded all of those lines to record it. And then she went to getting the footage that goes on top of her actually discussing the topic, and then put it all into the editor. And so if you guys have any sort of questions on this process and making a video like this, a long form content video, please leave your comments and thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to discuss this more with you guys. Until then, I'm going to be, for those of you watching this live, I'm going to be over in Clubhouse in about 45 minutes discussing simplifying technology. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. It's going to be a fantastic discussion. Until then, we will be back next week. Until then, be sure to stay safe and stay healthy.